my next project. It is a ceramic or some kind of plaster column that I found. It's broken, and I thought it'd be cool to do mixed media with this particular piece. So pulled it out of the trash and I put some Bondo on it, and I'm leaving it rough like that because I just think it's cool to see this arcane kind of look. It's Corinthian in style. And I'm going to put a log, I think, in it. So what I did was I put a base down there for the log to attach to. And there's a hole in the bottom of this, which I can try to tip over. Okay, there's the hole. There's the hole in the bottom of that. And I can reach up inside and screw the log to the base of it to secure it to this overall piece. And I just think that that'll be pretty cool. It'll be very contrary. Okay, this is the log that I want to put inside of that. But I'm going to cut it down. First of all, I'm going to flatten this out and maybe cut off some of those pieces. I'm not sure exactly. But it's got a funky shape to it. It's a Broadford pear limb. And I might keep some of the bark on. I may not. I have to sand it, and there's little bits of broken pieces you can see there. And there's another one there. I don't know if I'll keep those or not. I'll just see how this log talks to me. See how this log works. And but I think it's a good size. It's relatively straight. I don't really want it perfectly straight. Again, it's organic, and it meets whatever you want to call that. Man-made, obviously. And I like the contrast. So this is a shot after I've done a number of things. But I first started with brushing the log down with a wire brush to get rid of any loose dirt or bark or anything like that. And then when that was done, I added a varnish to the log, a couple of coats of varnish to really seal it, to prevent the bark from falling off, and just to seal it and give it a clean look. I joined the log and the plaster pedestal together and then filled the gap in there with Bondo, and then once that dried I painted it black. So I paint everything black, and then I touch it up, do a dry brush effect with this material from Sculpt Nouveau. It's pewter. It has real pewter in it, so it has a nice look to it. And that's how the finished plaster area looks. And I think it's a nice contrast between the log and the plaster pedestal itself. And there's a final shot. After I finished attaching the log to the plaster base, I put this flat granite piece on top that I thought I might use as a tabletop, but I set it against it. But I put that piece up there to find level, and then I ground all of that off with a chainsaw grinder on my angle grinder, and left a little bit of a dip in the top so it would be easy to take off a little bit on the side and make sure it was all level. Okay, here I am back again, and this time what I did was I made this top. And I've been messing around with it a little bit, trying to figure out the best way to put a color in it. But I took 2 pieces of 1/2-inch plywood, laminated them together, and then cut this funky shape out. I wanted to have something unique, so it was unique like the pillar itself. And what I did was I added a Bondo to the edge to add some more texture. Since there's so much texture in this piece anyway, I wanted to emulate the same thing on the shelf. And then tomorrow I'll come out and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this top, how I'm going to paint it. It is epoxied onto the base down there. It's kind of hard to see. It's epoxied on and then screwed down too. So that's how I attached it. So I am back out in the workshop, and what I did was I put mixed black and the pewter paint, and sort of, well, you can see what I did. Left like a interesting texture and shapes on the top to kind of sort of match the base a little. Not completely, but a little. But anyway, I like those. The movement in this piece. So, and the edge, I left some marks on the edge too. I thought that would be interesting. I covered it all in a black garbage bag so I wouldn't get the base dripped on and damaged. So I'll take a final shot when I'm done.